So we're now on the pub beer.
Pub beer, yes.
Pub beer, 5%.
Yes. So that is the, I guess you could say, the mother of what you just drank. With
Okay.
The sriracha with
Right.
the lemongrass
It
and
is,
dill.
yes, okay.
Yes. So this is the pub beer. Cheers.
Cheers.
Like I said, very
Okay.
sweet nose on it.
Mm-hmm.
I can smell a little bit of the old one, but a little bit, but not that like dill lemon
Yeah.
kind of zest to it. I can't. It's not
yeah,
there.
It
but
naturally
it's,
has a sweetness to it, so you
Yeah.
won't get that nose. The nose on it does overpower. Doesn't matter what we put in it. The nose
always will
overpower.
be that.
Yeah, you'll always get that very sweet nose on it.
Okay, okay, this is good. I
Yeah.
definitely like the other. I like the other one because, like you said, it's got a little bit more in it.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more
Yeah,
to it.
just
Yeah,
a little
this
bit
is
more.
this
A
is
little
good. though.
twang.
Now, what would this be like?
It's
It's a
pub
pub
beer.
beer, yeah.
Man, it's hard to describe this one. It really is, because I don't know a lot of other places that are doing what we're doing with the pub beer.
Right.
I've never
It's definitely
really,
different.
Yeah, it's different, you know. And again, that's what we're all about. We're all about something different, something new, something funky. So, like I said, I don't know of any other breweries that are doing this offhand. I mean, if they are, you know, hey, they feel free to chime in if they hear this. But yeah, it's like I said, second rinse, really smooth flavor to it.
I like it. Yeah, it's very. It's like one of those beers. Like if somebody's like kind of like you know,
It's the
I don't really
base
like
beer.
a beer.
It's a good
Yeah.
base beer. It
Yeah.
is. Yeah, it's a
It's
very
like
good base beer.
like
to
a
have.
Miller Lite kind of. You're
I go
like,
with
hey, you want
this,
something
yeah.
basic? Yeah.
I go with this. If someone comes in, it's like I only drink domestics. I'm like, all right, cool. If we have all three of them on, I do 3 little samples of our side light, hinge pin, and then the pub beer as well.
Mm-hmm.
I let them choose from that. 9 times out of 10, it's usually our side light that they go towards. But
Okay.
I wouldn't say 9 times. I'd say probably about 6 or 7 times out of 10.
You guys are really good about that too. It's
Yeah.
like you're not just like somebody's like, let me try that one, and you're like, psh, there you go, pay for it. You're like, yeah, here,
Yeah.
let me let you try it.
I mean, if you pull up, and it's on our van that's sitting out there with a little arrow point where it says this is free samples with purchase of beer.
Yeah, no, that I think
free
that's.
samples in big letters.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Fine print. You got to read the fine print always.
Always.
But, excuse me, jeez.
Come on.
It just gives people an opportunity
Yeah.
to
Yeah. Try new things.
really
and-
experience,
Yeah.
get an experience of what they like, especially because I performed in a lot of bars.
Right.
I've performed in a lot of
Including
bars
this
and
one.
different, including this one, which is, I'm not gonna lie, it's my favorite place to perform.
Awesome.
I love this place. I love the people. And that's what I love.
Especially when Grammy's here.
Yeah, she's my favorite. She is my #1 fan and my favorite person ever in the world. Yes, I love her so much. And everybody needs one of her
Oh, absolutely.
in the crowd.
Absolutely.
Because if you can make her laugh, you have just won the night. Because it sounds like 500 people are in the room.
Ain't that the truth?
Yes.
And once she starts going, there ain't no
yes.
stopping.
Yeah, if you can get her on a roll, it's
Right.
bing, bang, boom. Yeah,
And you got to try to talk over the laughter. That's the problem. You got to try to talk over the laughter.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Grammy's
She's
the one
awesome.
that poked her head in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. She's awesome. And that whole crew is just great people.
Solid.
Yeah.
Solid people.
Love them.
Absolutely.
I mean, I came here and he mentioned it earlier, but he said his favorite time of the stand-up part was when nobody was here. None of the comedians showed up but me, and because the other half of this scenario, Daniel, he was going out of town, but then he didn't book people, and then he asked me last minute to book people, and I was like, how are you going to get somebody to come to Port St. Lucie? Everybody lives down south.
Right.
Couldn't get anybody, so I just came here, and we only had to fill an hour, right? But I did like 3 hours of just
Dude, that was a
going.
great night.
Oh, you were there. Yeah, you were
I
there.
came in
Yeah.
towards like the middle of it.
Oh,
towards
was the
middle of it.
cool?
Man,
We
it was
hung out, and I was just going through material, like going through everything, even stuff that I didn't even like have worked out. Just talking about it and just
Talking
like,
about whales
kinda,
and dolphins.
Yeah.
we talked about it. He wanted to hear the whale bit so bad. He's like, "What's the whale? Tell me about the
I
whales."
had to hear it. I had to hear it.
And I'm
It was
like,
great.
"Well, I'll tell you about some whales. I won't tell you guys about whales. Go to my shows.
Yeah.
I don't even tell that joke."
And you also hear about dolphin rape at his shows too.
Yes, you do hear about that. It's a serious, because look, I'm about serious things and topics, right? Clearly.
I know I've been to some of your shows. gonna be honest with
Yeah,
you. I
you
haven't
see
been
how sad.
listening,
You see how sad that is.
and to know
He's my
that you
best
talk
friend.
about that.
He's my best friend, and he just said, "I've only been to some of your shows," and then immediately follows with, "Even when I'm there, I'm not listening."
He's listening for the audio
So-
mistakes. That's what he's
First-
listening
That
for.
is true.
He's,
actually,
he's on
he is
producer
video-
mindset all day long.
Yes.
I don't care because I've heard your jokes a million
That
times.
is true. We work him out in the car. I'll be like, "Hey, I got a new joke. What do you think about this?" And he'll be like, "Well, you probably shouldn't say that. That's probably not a good
that
idea."
might get you, thrown out. or
Maybe say it
something.
like this so you don't get beat up. Like, yeah.
a little
One of my
nicer.
favorite moments here too is the frisbee golfers. That was
Oh, yeah.
such an epic night for me. I never thought that I'd get the chance to make fun of frisbee golfers, so that was great for me.
And I'm sure they loved it too. I'm sure they
did
ate it
not.
up. I'm sure they ate it up.
They really enjoyed it. You know, when you're in the middle of a frisbee golf competition, but there's also a comedian on stage, and you're just eating pizza behind them, like they're gonna say that. Like that's just a warning to anybody that is at a comedy show. Like if you eat pizza behind the comedian, somebody's gonna say something.
Naturally.
So yeah, naturally I had to say something, and it wasn't about pizza at all, to be completely honest. It was just about how terrible of human beings they are, and that they can't play real sports because they play frisbee golf.
Now, did they take you out
So
back and
great
beat the
game.
crap out of you?
No,
after?
now you know the thing is too. I was so worried because my car has my name on it, right? Because it even says like comedian Dylan Aker, and I'm like, oh shit.
Worried you might
They're
find a
gonna
frisbee
walk
through
out to the car.
window.
Yeah, I just have car loaded with frisbees or something. I open up the door, it's like.
Hey, but at that point, you can just turn around and sell them.
Right? Free frisbee. I'd be like, oh, you guys want your frisbees back? Yeah.
$8 a
700
pop.
Yeah.
$700 a pop.
You can buy this hat and the frisbee golf stuff.
For $710.
Yes. And I'm not telling you which one's $10. So either way, if you're like, well, let me just take the hat then, and you're like, no, that's $700. They're like, well, what about just the frisbee golf? They're like, no, that's $700 too. But for both, it's $710. Yes. Yes.
It's how bargaining works.
Yeah.
It's how bargaining works.
And learn that in Bahamas.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
be
You ever been
careful
to
down there.
Bahamas?
Yes.
I love their like right when you get off, like well, we got off the little boat and then we went to the hotel and we went to this market.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like and I know your dad's story of like Jamaica, like when he's like his dad is really funny because he just walking around, he's a friendly guy. Everybody through the story's like, hey, what's up? How you doing? He's just nodding to him. How you doing? When he didn't realize that when you nod at somebody, that means you're like, deal. So he just basically walked out of there spending like $5,000, like just bought random
Without
stuff.
even knowing it.
Yeah, because you're going to get beat up if now you just
Yeah.
made this deal with these people. And it's like,
Their family's gonna track you down if you don't pay them.
he's just trying to be a nice
it's
guy.
frightening. You know, I tried to bargain with them. You know, I tried to buy a few things here and there. And I tried to bargain with them, but they were very steadfast.
Yeah, you're like $5. I was like,
No.
No. You're like, I thought this was bargaining. No, this is $10. That's it.
You can try. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can try if
go
you want.
ahead.
But no, I had fun down there. You know, when I went down there, we rented some little scooters, some mopeds, and
Okay.
drove around there. Got lost, and then my friend's parents ended up crashing into the side of a house.
Nice. With the moped?
Yeah, with the moped.
Everybody that I've ever known to ride, like, ever go on groups of mopeds rides, there's always been an accident.
Always one.
Always.
Always one.
My mom ran right into a pole, ruined her whole trip. First day in Mexico. They get to Mexico. She's cruising around there having a great time. She's looking back like this. Boom, pole. No more trip. Yeah.
Well, you know
They were
what
there for a week, I think. Yeah, she had like her face was scraped up. It's like, your vacation's over.
Do you know what cerveza is in Mexican?
It's beer.
There you go.
Beer.
Man, you're good.
Great
at that.
transition.
All right, I was
Well,
gonna say.
speaking of beer,
you know what rhymes
Shelby's
with Bahamas?
pouring some beers right here. This
That's
is
a good
everyone. This is Shelby,
This is Shelby, the
I
best,
didn't want to interrupt.
the
Hello,
second best
everyone.
bartender.
second best after me. Of course.
Yeah, because
All
we're
right,
interviewing.
losers, don't start.
All right, she's my favorite.
No,
bartender.
she is
Yeah.
by far way better than I am.
Oh,
And
I was complimenting you earlier on how your ability to like mix and match flavors and create like your own creations that are fantastic.
Oh, well, sometimes I just get bored, but I'm an alcoholic.
no,
There
we
you
already
go.
discussed this. Alcoholics go to meetings
Yes,
We're
and
just
our
drunks.
quitters.
and are quitters. We're just
Yeah.
drunks.
Yeah,
I think we're pretty damn good, I must say.
yeah. My mom said never quit anything. So
Perfect.
yeah.
Great motto.
Mhm.
I had a few cervezas in the Bahamas, right on the beach. It was great.
Okay.
It was great. Lots
Now,
of drinks.
now where are we go? Now we just have so many, and I know this will be like a 17-hour podcast.
It could, yes. It has the potential to be one. Yes.
So let's do
Let's
this.
move into something sour. I want to finish
Yeah.
off with the. I want to finish off with the coffee porter. 'Cause
Okay.
That's the creme de la creme.
Okay, so let's just go over real quick. We've had the sriracha.
So we've had. What was the first one we had?
We had the other
painted.
one.
Oh, we had the painted porter
Yes.
first.
Yep.
And then we
Yes.
had the sriracha pub beer, and then we
Yep.
switched over to
Regular.
OG pub beer.
Okay.
I'm
Now
gonna
let's
try
go with
something
some.
sour.
I was gonna say because he's gonna enjoy that.
So we got 3 different choices here. We got a guava, which is one of my personal favorites, just mainly because I really like guava.
Okay.
We got a blood orange sour, which is our most popular.
Nice.
We have candy apple sour, and then this one, it's got a funky flavor going on in it. It's called the tropical sour. It's got a whole bunch of different fruits going on in it. I'm sorry, I don't know exactly what
That's
kind of fruits.
okay,
I know we
yeah,
got some
no.
guava in there.
It's
I know
tropical.
It's tropical.
We're talking
yeah.
about the Bahamas, tropical. I guess go there. Yeah.
Good
yeah.
transition.
Yeah. There you go.
Great segue.
Yeah, smart man. But so many beers. I literally, it's like the Matrix.
I've been hit.
I love it. It's so cool. That's genius too. How they do that. It's like you could just set the beer down and go. Whoo. Now
Yeah,
you
we don't-
probably push it though, so you
We-
don't break the glass,
We
right?
push it because beer falls on there and whatnot.
That's
so
good. You don't want
It's
to
much more sanitary.
Yes,
Much more
I dig
sanitary.
it. I dig it. And you know the coolest part about this is like you said earlier is everything is different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything is different. Even though you were like, oh, let's get some sour. You weren't like, okay, this is my sour beer. You're like, we got this, and this.
We got a whole bunch of different things going on.
Oh, now this is a totally different color now, right?
Yes.
Compared to all the so far.
It's got like a pineapple tropical,
Yeah.
kind of pina
Yeah,
colada
there's-
kind
I'm-
of deal.
This is like
Pretty
if
sure
you're
it's
on the beach somewhere.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes. I
Cheers,
dig
gents.
it.
Cheers. That I can get behind. Adam,
It's got that
Yeah.
cidery kind of taste that you like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like it.
A little tart.
Yeah, this is actually like not even. It doesn't even taste like you're drinking a beer. Almost, it's like you're drinking something like, almost like an apple juice that you
Yeah.
just put a bunch
Oh,
of
for sure.
fruits in. Yeah, it's like a fruity
sure.
beer hop apple juice.
Dude, I'm a 4-year-old when it comes to
I-
drinking, so
This is great. Yeah, with your little cup too.
Yeah, so
He's
like I was
"This is
saying,
amazing."
one of our base beers, all of our sours are derived from our side light.
Okay,
Which is,
and that's the one that you said if people like a general beer, that's like
they
the
just like
go-to.
domestics, or I credit it. I kind of tell them it's got that light, crisp flavor, kind of like a Stella would.
Now, see, I like this, but it wouldn't be my go-to because,
No.
like I said, I like the hoppy beer.
Mhm.
But this is good if you're like I don't know. Every time I do a comedy show, not a lot of times, and he knows this. I'm not really a big drinker, but like if I go to a bar, I
Right.
feel obligated to drink, and I'm like I don't have to because I'm there to perform. But I'm like, oh well, I'm here. I gotta drink, right? So I just
Right.
kind of feel that way. But this is a beer that's like, oh, I've drinking 3 nights in a row, and I'm just over beer. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like I just need something smooth, but it'll give me that little bit of something. That's
Yeah,
this for me. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
a nice
really
little-
good. I really like this.
offset
This is-
kind of to typical beer flavors and whatnot.
Too, like you're sitting around the pool, like you go pick up a growler of this, you go
Oh, for
sit,
sure.
throw a little umbrella in it, and relax. Like
Oh, for
this
sure.
is good. Now I wanted to ask you about these growlers, right?
Okay.
So how long does the beer last in it? That's
So-
important, I think.
No, it all depends. I've had people come and tell me and be like, I've had a growler unopened, completely unopened. We usually in order to seal it, electrical tape on it.
Mhm.
A couple wraps of electrical tape that makes it sealed. You got to get down below the rim and whatnot. I've had people come up and tell me it all depends. Usually when I do it, I seal it real tight and twist it real tight. They hate me when they're trying to open it, but I'm trying to save them if they're going to hold on to it for 3-4 days.
Yeah.
I've had people tell me they've had a growler last for 2 weeks, and then I've had other people tell me, it's like it lasted like 3 days.
So when because I got this big one, and I think I can't remember what Kurt gave me. He gave me something different. Maybe it was the hinge pinch.
Maybe. How long ago was it?
This was right when all this started.
Oh, it was definitely Henchman then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is right when all this started. And it lasted me, man, I kept that beer in there for about 2 weeks almost. Before I drank
Unopened?
it all.
Haven't-
Yeah.
never opened it?
No,
or-
I opened it the first, I brought it back to the house.
Okay.
Poured a couple beers. I think I had 1 or 2 beers. I didn't open it again because, again, I don't
Sealed it up
really.
real tight, yeah.
I only really drink when I like
Go out,
go
yeah.
out to a bar. Like maybe I'll have a beer every once in a while, but not really a huge drinker. But I
And it was
popped
still-
that open in a couple weeks. It was perfect. Like
Really?
and
Still
that,
had the head, you know, still had a
it
nice head
still
on
had
it.
a nice head to it. Still had like when you pop it open, you hear it's you know you still
That's
got the
interesting.
carbonation
That's
still.
very interesting.
And it was probably about a week and a half, 2 weeks, but it was like, I mean, it definitely was a little bit flatter, but it tasted like.
Yeah.
But I was like, should I be drinking it if it's 2 weeks? But I'm like, it's beer, you know, who cares? Like,
It's
Well,
only gonna
yeah.
get more.
so
I-
it just depends on.
It all depends, and I typically tell people when you open it, you want to drink it like that day. As soon as you open it,
Yeah.
you want to drink it within that, couple hours or whatever.
Okay.
But I've had it before that'll last me the next day because if I grade a growler and I pour myself a beer or two and I'm like, I'm not feeling like it anymore. I'm gonna go to bed. I make sure I seal it up real tight. Every time I pour a beer, I seal it up real tight.
I
stick
did
it
have
back
it.
in my fridge.
I did have it tightened down.
Yeah, or you just I usually just like blowing it gets oxygen kind of because you expel CO2.
Oh, is that a real thing?
All right.
That's what I do, and that's what I think helps it.
That's a good point, right? You're putting.
Because CO2 is what we
Well,
use to pour
yeah.
the beer, and that's what gets you all the bubbles and the frothiness from it. So that's typically what I do. Is
You're either a genius or a complete idiot.
Either way, it works.
Which
No,
side of
probably-
the table is he on? Really?
Yeah, he's on the
Okay.
genius side.
Alright, that's what I'm saying, man.
I'm on the
We're
craft
the
side
idiots.
over here.
Yeah, I'm the one who didn't drink the beer all at once. Right? So, yeah. But if I would have known to just go, I would have just kept doing that every day. Just go in and just,
Like I said, it may not work for everybody, but it works for me because you give off CO2, so why not just blow into the growler?
that makes
pushes
sense.
out the oxygen.
And that's science, right? Because no matter what,
Again.
CO2.
exactly.
Yeah, that's
I mean, this is
Genius.
more of a liquidized CO2 kind of thing.
genius. You know what else starts with CO2?
What?
Beer.
Beer?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Beer
That's
has
why I
CO2
don't.
in it,
That's why
so-
I don't do the segues.
Or do any of the spelling on our biography.
So now, yeah, that's true. I don't do any of the
Let's,
bio, any of it.
Let's go with the Guava Sour. I like that
Okay.
one. I like that one a lot.
Let's just get all the sours out of the way.
For sure.
Yeah, we can do. Do you want to save one sour and then do a hoppy one, or like how do you want to do it?
Let's save. Okay, so you want to do one sour, one hoppy, and then jittery coffee to
Yeah, finish
close
off
it
with
all
the
out?
jittery.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right,
Let's
so
do
one more
one more
sour.
sour, one more
We'll do Hop Snob,
Yep.
and then we'll switch over to Jittery.
jittery. That works.
Because we can always come back and do another
Yeah, we'll do
one
another one, yeah.
when there's different brews and stuff like that.
When he gets a cider, when he gets his
Once
little
we get the
baby cider.
Yeah, once our cider
Yeah.
comes back on, once Hinchman comes back on,
Yeah,
absolutely.
man.
You guys come on out and do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
We really
very.
appreciate you.
Yeah, this is the coolest thing ever, and
Well, I mentioned to him day of the Save the Chimps thing.
Yeah.
He did. I mentioned him like, I want to get on the podcast. Let's talk beer.
Heck yeah.
this is what exactly how we wanted it to go.
Yeah.
So this is perfect.
Lined it up perfectly.
Yeah, and then the cool thing too is like the people coming in is like kind of like some of it we'll edit like some of the lag time out, but that's a
Nice.
cool experience of like you pouring the beer. It shows
Yeah,
that
oh,
it's like
sure.
It's an actual bar.
yes, it shows at the bar we're
It's
not just
active,
sitting on a
yeah.
stage, and also it showed that you know how to pour beer,
Yeah.
which I think
I'm
which,
not
right?
just a pretty face behind the bar.
Yeah, no, I
that's
think
important.
that's one of
A
my
radio face behind the
biggest
bar.
pet peeves in the world. My mom, like when I was a kid, I grew up in bars. Like my mom, we would go. The rule was if they sold food, then we could go to that bar. And I mean, I grew up in a lot of Irish bars because that's like my mom was raised kind of stick to your kind a little bit in a way, right? So we would always go to the Irish pubs and stuff like that, but like even there, like they knew how to pour a beer, right? But then as an adult, like you go somewhere and like you see, and I'm like, you're doing that like Let me do that for you. Like,
I've been in bars since I was 2 years old. You're not pouring that beer correctly.
yeah. Whoa. Let me do that for you.
Why is half of the glass the head?
Yeah,
No,
I
you
think
just
it's
need
important.
to-
In some beers, though, you need a lot of head, right? Isn't that important?
It all depends on the glass. It really depends on the glass.
See, I
so
don't know
like
nothing.
like these ones, you don't want any head on it, because you're
It
feel
funnels
like-
in, and you're drinking a little
Right.
beer. Yeah.
you're drinking a little beer. You don't want to get gypped on it. But something like our pint glasses, typically 2 fingers.
Okay.
It's, that's about an inch and a half.
And that's a
somewhere around
pretty
there.
looking beer. Like when you
It's-
see
yeah,
a beer on a
beautiful. That
TV
is-
or something, that's what you see.
Picture
You want the
worthy.
little bit of the head. You want
Yeah.
yeah.
But if you
Yeah.
have something like
A little bit of the head falling off.
Yes.
one of these glasses,
There you go.
You do the four
with
fingers.
those, you see it's kind of got that shape.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So right there where it starts going back in on one of these, our Brutus glass or 22-ounce glass, that's where you want the head to be on one of these glasses.
Okay, yeah.
Right there, just before it starts to dip down.
And the head is
There's-
important to the beer, right? The head is provides
Yeah, it
flavor.
helps hold in a lot of the flavor,
Yeah.
but also the head also holds a lot of flavor too. Kind of makes it more aerated.
Yeah, it's like that
Right.
smell
Yeah.
that you're picking up is when the bubbles are popping
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that.
that's
you're
where a
picking
lot of
all
the
those
nose-
smells up. Yeah, that's
and then you get
important.
down into the nitty gritty of it, and then you start tasting the beer more.
So this is the
Guava Sour.
Guava Sour.
Cheers, guys.
Oh,
Nice sweet
whoa.
tart nose on it. Yeah, you can definitely
Whoa.
smell the sour in it.
That smells like that
love
that
guava
guava
so much.
passion fruit Welch's
Yes.
like juice, right? Is that what that is? Like that pineapple
Again,
guava?
A nice juicy
So
flavor
good.
to it.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
So
And
good.
again, like I said, we use all natural stuff here.
Oh,
if it's
snap, dude.
if it's not the fresh fruit, then
This
it's
is
an all
amazing.
natural extract from it.
Yeah.
This is
That's really
amazing.
good.
Yeah, this is
That's
awesome.
really good.
Great solid beer.
This is
absolutely.
this is like a dessert.
Mhm.
This is like a snack. This is like your kid might drink this on accident, and then you got a drunk kid walk around. They don't even know they're drinking
only at
alcohol.
5%.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't notice it. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Not at all.
this is next level right here.
Good.
Oh yeah, this is another great beer. And Dwayne's a mad scientist when it comes back.
Now
to
that's what I almost forgot. We need to mention that man,
Yes.
right? He's a pretty important guy.
Dwayne
right?
is very crucial in this process. He is Kurt, who we saw here earlier. He is one of the owners, and then Dwayne is the other owner. Dwayne is also our head brewmaster, and actually only brewmaster. And he's come up with a bunch of crazy different styles and crazy different recipes.
All of this
and-
is him, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
a lot of this is, and then some of this is our former assistant brewer.
Okay.
He's played around. Dwayne basically gave him free roam. He was like, hey, see what you can order for flavors and whatnot. Again, all natural flavors.
Mhm.
See what you can order. Let's play around with it. See what we can come up with.
Well, he's
And,
a genius. I
yeah,
do
both
have
of
to
them
say.
are mad geniuses.
Yes.
You know.
I mean,
Christian, if you watch this, shout out to you, bro.
Shout out Christian. You better be watching this. Dave.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
He better once I share it on my Facebook. Yeah, I'm sure he'll watch it. Be like, yo, it's about side door. Watch
This
this.
is literally like I can't get over how much this tastes like that drink. Like
Just
it's
the juice,
like
yeah.
it's like a juice. It's like literally like, oh, can I get some juice? Boom.
Yeah, here you go.
Wow.
Again, really nice flavor on it.
And the smell, like I could live in this smell.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
Now,
mean? Like,
I
I would-
love guava.
Like if you could.
Guava is just a solid, really
Is
good,
that what the
juicy fruit.
is?
Guava jelly on toast.
It literally.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like
now
if,
you're talking.
if you
Yeah,
could
man.
buy a candle, if you could have one candle in your whole life,
Right
this
there.
is what the candle would be. Yeah, this is like the best.
but not
smell.
a cheap candle.
Mm-mm.
No,
Not cheap
this is
candle,
like
like
a Yankee Candle.
Yankee
Yeah,
Candle.
this
Oh,
is
but
Yankee Candle all the
absolutely,
way.
absolutely.
And you have to go to Yankee Candle store, like
Right.
the
Physical
actual
store.
store to get it.
Like
That's
down
how
in West
good
Palm
it
or
is.
Miami or something.
Exactly. Yeah. Wow.
Fight your way through all the smells that are in there. Find your one can.
You just gotta have that nose for it. And you're like, I know what I want.
Wow. Even like,
Smell that.
what did you say? Like if you like warheads and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I smell a warhead in it too. Like I smell
Oh.
a flavor warhead for some reason.
It's just really good, man.
That's phenomenal.
That's probably my favorite one.
Out of all of them?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Excellent.
Yeah. No, I really
I
love
made
that.
a believer out of them.
And I'm
Yeah,
not.
man.
You made a believer out of me, and I'm not a. I just went to the other one, and I was just like, oh, this is nice, but it's a little bit too. You know what I mean? It's not what I'm looking for. And he's like, I like it. And then you gave me this one, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think I like regular beer anymore. I'm like, this is amazing. That is a really good beer.
Legit,
And it's
yeah.
like, you could drink it forever. I mean, you could essentially drink that forever. And
I mean, if you're staying active, like say you're mowing the lawn, or you're out with your friends out at the beach or things like that, out at the
that
cove.
is a great beach. Listen, people, come get a growler of some Guava Sour. Go to the beach and get hammered.
That almost kind of rhymed.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
good.
No,
That was a good rhyme there. Nice poem.
Thank you, thank you. Kurt's poem is epic. You're gonna just wait until I put it out on Facebook, and I was gonna tell it to him here and post it, but now that I'm thinking of some of the things I wrote, it's way better that I just post it for him so that he has no choice and it's there.
Well, you won't see it on Facebook, but my birthday's on May 28th.
No, not yours.
I'm saying.
Oh, okay, May 28th?
May 28th.
So I gotta get yours going.
You gotta get a poem for me going.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It just won't pop up on Facebook.
I got you, and I'm a great poem writer because if there is anything I'm good at, it's making things up. So,
yeah. I mean,
100%.
Yeah.
You got that right.
I am good at just right off the top making up stupid stuff. So that's where all my poems, they come from the heart. So,
Awesome.
Yes.
That's what I appreciate you about it, bro.
Yes. So, where are we going now?
So we're going into straight from the heart of Dwayne, our hop snob, American Pale Ale. So it's an American Pale Ale instead of an India Pale Ale. So
America.
America. Yes.
Yeah.
So ours is not your typical pale ale or anything like that. It's a little bit more on the sweeter malty side. You still get that hop profile on it. This one is actually something that's been in the works for a long, long time. We've tried countless different styles of IPAs, trying to find that one that we are happy with. And then we came up with this one right here, Hops Knob.
8.6. I like that number.
Like doorknob.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got to incorporate the door in there
Gotta
somewhere.
get the knob.
We've had the name for years. We've had the name for quite some time now, and finally found a beer that is worthy of the name.
Wow.
Okay.
And I bet that day you guys were like, got it. You know what I mean? Like you were you sipped it and you were like, oh my gosh.
We've had it served for a little while, but we just never told people that was the beer. So
Okay,
I'm not
yeah.
disclosing what it
What it was before.
beforehand.
Okay.
But they've been drinking it and they're like, yeah, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. And then we're like, all right, well, hey, this is what it is.
This is what yeah, that's cool. I dig that. Whiskey jitters. Now, does the whiskey jitters, we might have to go there too. Just because I saw that. Now, does that have, is that a whiskey taste to it?
It's got a whiskey barrel in it. It's a whiskey barrel ale.
Okay.
And then it's got it's a blend of a coffee porter.
Yes.
Cheers,
Cheers,
guys.
boys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay.
Yeah, big hoppy nose on it. And it's not one I think you'll enjoy. But
I like that bitter smell too. That's what I was looking for. Yeah.
that face right there.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
That's the face.
That's what I like in a beer. It's like I haven't even sipped it yet, but the smell of it, you're like, that's that bittery hop. That's that hops that you smell in it.
I feel like I just took, like a couple
that's that rough.
hops buds and just threw them in my mouth.
I like it though.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's
But
real.
it's good. No,
Yeah.
I understand the flavor profile.
Where
and
you're
everything.
getting that
That's
from?
where you're supposed to go.
Yeah.
This one kind of
Yeah.
sits and kind of coats your palate a little bit. This
Yeah.
one will sit on.
It
sit
covers
on
your
it.
whole
Yeah,
mouth.
Mhm.
absolutely, and you can feel it. That's the thing too.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes,
That's how
I
you know you got
can.
a really good solid IPA is if you can feel it. For
Working.
Yeah.
It's like doing its thing. Yeah. It's
just
like,
kind of mulling around, and then as it sits more, you get more that hoppy bitterness taste on that aftertaste.
I love
more
it.
it sits on your tongue and coats your palate. You get that more of that.
And I don't like a
hoppiness to it.
deep hops. Like there's a beer that I tasted, and it's definitely something that I've acquired too from like, I don't know. For some reason, my whole life, I always thought if you got to drink beer to be a man, right? I don't know. Like I just grew up with too many I'm from Vermont or you know what I mean? Like just too many hillbillies, really. To be honest.
You got that moonshine.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like that's like if you drank this, right? If you were around when I was a kid and my uncle or somebody came up to me and was like, "Hey, drink this," you know what I mean? And you're just like, he'd be like, "What's up? You want to take the tampon out? Like, okay, you know what I mean? Drink that whole beer, drink it." Like I'm like, "All right, okay, this is really great." And I'm like,
No, see, I grew up around craft beer. Like, my dad was never really a domestic drinker. He was drinking Sam Adams, as I was growing up. He was always looking for something with a flavor profile on it, or something different, something new, something fresh, you know. And every now and then you'd see, like, I think the most domestic he would go would be like a Stella or something like that.
Now,
Or-
what's the first beer you ever had?
First beer I ever had. Man, I would have to say it was probably.
I'll drink it. You don't want it?
Huh?
You want it?
No.
All right, I'll drink it.
Coronavirus, dog.
Dude, I live with you. Give me your drink.
Yeah, but we don't swap spit. There you go.
The first beer I ever had was Sam Adams Boston Lager, actually.
Okay.
And it was like, first time, you know, I snuck it from the fridge.
Well, I was gonna say, now, what's the first beer you purchased as a
First
legal
beer,
21-year-old?
First beer I legally purchased, I think it was the same thing.
Same, yeah.
I think it was a Boston
What
Lager.
about you? What was the first? What was the when? Because it might not have been beer for you. So, what was the first alcoholic beverage when you turned 21?
Rum and Coke. Straight up.
You bought
And
a
the-
rum and coke.
I
You
bought
went to a
rum
bar.
and Coke at a bar, and then the dude said, "Oh, it's your birthday," and gave me a quad shot of Fireball, and I downed that, and I went home happy.
See, my 21st birthday, now the first liquor drink I ordered was Woodford Reserve, which is a really nice Kentucky bourbon. I love that. It's a very smooth
Okay.
bourbon. And then one of my coworkers at this restaurant I was working at the time, he ordered me a Four Horsemen.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that.
So it was gin,
Yep.
vodka, rum, and bourbon. And you do back to back.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then I had a beer before that. As soon as I turned 21, she came over and handed me that Boston Lager. And then I had the Woodford, and then I got the Four Horsemen, and I was like, woo!
So you were loose.
I was nice. I was happy.
Yeah.
I was happy.
You were having a good birthday.
I was. That was a great 21st birthday, not going to lie.
I had an MGD. Miller High Life.
Oh.
Miller Brand, whatever you want to call it. I always called it an MGD, but that's how I was raised on calling it. But yeah, High Life, the champagne of beers.
Champagne and beers.
I went
yeah.
and bought the big boy, the same things that the same things
The
that
champagne bottle
Well,
of beer.
Yes.
when I'm like, oh, I'm gonna drink, I'll buy like a six. Like if I'm not at a bar, I'll go buy like a 6-pack of Yingling, But normally, I'll get the tall boy, Miller High Life. Was it like the 22 ounce or whatever it
Yeah,
is? The
something like
big,
that.
the big
It's
one.
like a 32. Right?
It's like $2.
Yeah.
But it's always been my for some reason,
I mean,
it's just been the beer.
you know, if it gets you there, it gets you there.
Yeah.
It doesn't it doesn't, to be completely honest, doesn't take, at this point in my life, it doesn't take a lot to get me there. There used to be a point in time when I could drink a lot of alcohol. I mean, I'd still be hammered the whole time, but
Right.
I could put the alcohol down.
Mhm.
Right.
But now,
Now it's like a
nah.
boot and
Well, I'll
nap.
drink like 4 beers, and I'm like, yeah, I need to stop drinking beers. It's going to get a little crazy after this.
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's not, you know. It's
I don't
kinda
know.
like-
And I enjoy a beer, though.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
what
yeah.
I mean? That's what I like about craft beer. It's like I don't have to drink 8 of these. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And be sitting here
You
drinking
drink
all day.
2 or 3, and you're like,
And you're just
hey,
like, hey,
you
I'm
know,
good,
I'm
yeah.
Go for
good.
2 or 3 more.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
This
have
is
8
real
beers.
nice.
Don't matter.
No, it was there's 21st was wild.
Was epic. Now, did I know you before that? Did I
Yeah.
know you on your 21st birthday?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Didn't even call me.
No.
No.
How
No, because I think I
dare
hung out
you.
with
Didn't
you.
even shoot me a text. No, I was working.
No.
Yeah, because I opened
Did you come to my house?
I opened my restaurant on my 21st birthday.
You did. No, I did say what's up to you, and I did because I came there on the day you guys opened.
No, you came there 2 days after we opened.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
See?
You're right about
You
that.
only
Yeah.
see, now what you got to do, since you got that experience of opening a business, so go open up your own brewery, man.
I've tried to get him to open up his own restaurant a million times.
Yeah, I'm not going to do a restaurant.
Tried to go.
Brewery's different though. I don't have to work with
That is
food.
good. True. I've always wanted to be that bar. You know what I
That
mean?
bar.
Like,
Well-
I've always just like this, like literally, you're just hanging out. You have great people. I mean, it's literally this bar, right? You have great people here.
Yeah.
Regulars.
Oh, for
That's
sure.
That's
Yeah.
one thing that I love about this place too is the regulars.
Mhm.
Like when people come here, they're like, "Oh, this is my bar now."
It's comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I got people in here, 2 guys, two guys that are coming here quite often. Well, not since the quarantine and whatnot. Barry and Dean, awesome guys, and they had no clue who each other were. They both worked completely different jobs, but they both were in here one day. And one of them was talking about diving and whatnot, and the other one poked his head over. He's like, you talking about diving? He's like, yeah. He's like, dude, I dive all the time. He's like, I go on like 3-4 dive trips a year. He's like, no way, me too. It's like, I was just in Bonaire or something. He's like, you're kidding me. Like, 2 weeks ago you were there? He's like, yeah. I was like, whatever the date was. He's like, dude, I was there too. Like, I was just there too. Like, the same trip. I was on this dive trip. He's like, yeah, I was on this dive trip too. And, they found out.
And then now they're friends. Now they're buddies.
They are best friends. They come in here all the time.
Yeah, that's
they come in here all
awesome.
the time. And actually, Barry's my dive instructor, so I'll be
That's awesome.
learning how to. I got all my online coursework done. I'm just waiting for things to start opening back up and get in the pool and learn how to breathe with the tank.
Is
And
that something
respirator.
you're willing to risk?
Oh, absolutely. I love the
It's
water.
such a great experience. What are you talking
It is a
about?
beautiful
Yeah.
experience. I used to snorkel all the time. All the time I used to go snorkel. I would get off of work, or I get, when I was driving and whatnot, I'd get out of classes, and I was taking classes up in Fort Pierce at IRC. I'd go over to the beaches or whatnot, and North Beach and things, and I would just have my bathing suit, my snorkel gear with me. I got to a point where I was down for like 2-3 minutes, and with a snorkel,
That's solid.
I'm going in between the reefs and everything like that, and then, I got older and started smoking cigarettes, and got out of smoking cigarettes and started vaping, and then my lungs just aren't how they used to
Yeah,
be.
you
and
just
I'm
gotta
like,
stop doing all that.
I know I do.
You're gonna get COPD, dude, and be talking like one of these things.
Yeah, I don't need
Yeah,
one of these
hello.
things.
Do you want a beer? yeah.
Definitely don't need one of those.
Yeah. See, dude, it's too dangerous these days,
No,
especially with all this stuff that's going around.
Yeah, I mean, Corona's a respiratory disease. So,
Yeah, 100%.
I think I'd be smart. Yeah. No.
Yeah. He's like, after I get out of here, I'm gonna need a cigarette. He's like, I need to get the fuck out of here.
No, but it's. I can't wait to get down there and get diving and, and
That's awesome, man.
go
I'm
on
afraid
dive
of
trips
sharks,
and
dude.
hit up. Dude, sharks, they don't bother you.
Yeah, they don't bother you until I
No.
get in that water, and I'm the statistic at that point.
Because they can
But
smell your food.
I'm not. Hell yeah, I'm afraid.
Naturally,
That's
I mean-
nothing but fear. I get in the water, and I'm like, I'm gonna die. Like I'm only in my knees. I haven't even like gone up to the chin yet, and I'm like, and I'm not even kidding. Like I get to the point like, and when I was a kid, no fear. I was the kid that like the lifeguards had to be like, get back in here because you went too far, right? And I would go surfing. I have a surfing story that I always tell that it's like I was out there at surf camp, and it was the last time I ever surfed in my life, and I was out there, and it was kind of ridiculous, and then I see this fin, and everybody sees this fin, and everybody's like, oh, right? I'm probably like 10, and I'm out there on a long surfboard or whatever, and I see the fin, I'm booking it, right? I'm off the surfboard, no more surfboard, took my strap off, I'm swimming, left the surfboard out, and nobody moves, right? I get back to shore, I'm yelling like, there's a shark! Like, I'm freaking out. I'm like, get back in! I'm like, they're all dead, right? And then nobody comes back in, right? And then I hear, why'd you swim back? And I'm like, I'm not going in the water. And they're like, there's a shark out there. They're like, it was a dolphin. And I'm like, oh. Yeah, like, I'm still not going back in. Too risky.
You gotta watch, because you'll notice, because the dolphins go like this, whereas sharks just go like this.
When you're 10, I didn't know that. I just
Alright,
saw a fin, and I was like, dead. I'm dead
Shark.
now. This is it. And I just knew in my head, you always hear, like, I just got to swim faster than you. So I was like, oh, they're not even moving, those idiots. I just dipped. I was like, I'm living. I literally have not, even like as an adult, I think I went on a boat one other time, and somebody pushed me in, and I was upset.
You're freaking out.
It wasn't even, I wasn't even freaking out because I didn't want to be like, right? Because there was a chick there that I was talking to, so I was like, but I was just like, let me get back in the boat. But really in my head, I'm like, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to die in front of this hot girl. It's over for me. Like, I'm going to lose a leg or something. Like, I can't handle this. She's not going to like me anymore.
Now if she sees this, she's going to know the truth on this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I told her that's why we don't talk. yeah, she knows that's why we're not together. She's like, that guy's a Sally.
You know what repairs pain like that, though?
What?
Beer.
Wow.
Nice segue.
This is good. So is this the? Are we gonna go with the last one?
Yeah.
We're gonna
The
go
last one.
the jittery coffee
Jittery
porter.
coffee porter.
Yeah.
This is
Coffee
one of our
porter.
best sellers right here.
It says N% beer. It
It
says N%.
N%.
I think it leaked a little bit. I think it's supposed to say 7.
Seven.
It's supposed to
Okay,
say
gotcha.
7.
7%.
And 7, yeah.
And
And
7.
7.
Well-
Isn't that a video game or something? Is that
It-
from a video
It sounds legit.
Oh,
It
yeah.
almost sounds like a car.
game? Like End Space or something?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, that was going to bother me.
It was on the Xbox. Oh.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that game because
Yeah.
it had a second one.
Mass
that-
Effect?
Mass Effect.
There
There
we
it
go.
is.
There
Did you ever play that game Portal?
Yes, a little bit.
Orange Portal, is that what it's called? Or
It's just called Portal.
Portal?
Yes.
I never
And then
played
Portal
it.
2.
I never played it because I never I was like, this game looks really dumb.
You just didn't get the concept of going through portals?
No, I just didn't even try it because it just seemed
It's like
really
a
dumb. But I
puzzle
always
game
wanted
that
to.
you can cheat on.
Yeah,
It's
you
pretty
bet.
much what it is. It's a puzzle game you
okay.
cheat on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's okay. You're not good at puzzles.
No, how do I get? Oh, this is the Mug Club. What's the Mug Club? Let's
So-
talk about that.
All right, yeah, we'll talk about that real quick. So our mug club is $100 a piece every year, and so we go from December 31st to January 1st through December 31st. We don't prorate or anything like that, but basically what it is, you pay your $100 a year plus tax, and then you get 50% off of every pour.
Nice.
so-
That's a deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a
so
really
every
good
time
deal.
you come in and get a poured beer, so like Jittery, for instance, it's $8 a pint because it's considered a specialty beer.
Mhm.
You can tell all of our specialty beers by the green ring versus the blue ring. Blue ring is all of our house beers.
Okay.
Anything that's specialty is going to have a green ring around it.
I dig that.
Blue is $6 a pint. Green is $8 a pint. But you have Mug Club, you're paying $4 a pint for
For the
A coffee
best beer in
porter.
in
Yeah.
town. Yeah.
yeah
Okay.
for a coffee porter.
Yeah.
And then also it gets you, with the exception of Mondays, it gets you 10% off of growler fills and merchandise. And then every Monday we do 50% off growler fills. And so that's what, that's just something we
Every
decided-
Monday already, you're doing that.
Every Monday already. So
Whether you're a part of the Mug Club or not.
whether you're Mug Club or not. Whether
All
you're
right,
Mug Club or
people,
not.
you hear that? Whether you're in the Mug Club or not,
Some great deals, man.
you
Monday,
can
half-price growler
every
fills.
Monday half price growlers. Come in
Yep.
and get them. I can't talk for some reason. But
It's the beer.
Seriously, come in and get the growlers and be a part of the Mug Club. All right, it's
Absolutely.
$100.
Let's party.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a good point. If you got to figure right, and generally if you're coming into a bar, you're gonna have 3 or 4 drinks,
Right.
right? And then you figure that's $8 a beer. You've already racked up a couple tabs. You come in here 2-3 times a week.
Yeah.
You've already spent that $100.
So we figured it out, kind of how we figured it out, and did rough calculations. So don't hold me to it. Don't shoot me if I'm wrong. But it's typically, if you have 3 beers a week for 12 weeks, you start benefiting after that. So 12 weeks was at 3 months.
Yeah,
So after about 3 months,
you've paid off your yearly beer.
yeah.
yeah.
But most of our Mug Club members are regular, so they're in 2-3 times a week, having 2 beers or 3 beers
Yeah,
or
2
whatever.
or 3 beers. Yeah.
And you start basically benefiting yourself
Almost immediately. Yeah.
Saving a lot
Yeah.
of money.
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
genius. That's genius. That's
Right.
smart.
It works out great. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
So
right off
definitely
the
Yeah,
coffee.
right.
is-
Right.
yes.
We all just go. Oh,
Big
right
coffee
off the-
flavor. Again, we get locally sourced coffee beans. We use whole beans.
From the place. What's the place?
Culinary Coffee.
Culinary
Yes,
Coffee. If you
so
want to get some coffee,
This
Culinary Coffee.
The name of this one is we use the Jamaican Me Crazy is the coffee bean that we use for it.
love it.
So it is. It's a great one.
Holy crap!
It smells
Yes.
amazing.
Wow.
Amazing nose on it.
Eggs, bacon, some pancakes. I can see
Literally
it. and
maple
feel
syrup
it right
over
now.
everything.
What?
Over everything. Yeah, you gotta get maple syrup on
This
your eggs,
is-
sausage, and bacon. That's the way to do it.
Wow, this is next level.
Mhm.
This is next level of coffee beer because I've had a coffee beer before, and this is
Mhm.
something else.
Do you need a beer?
All right. So porter beer, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee, jittery
Liked it.
coffee porter.
Is probably
Beautiful.
This is the best coffee beer I've ever had. I
Okay.
would not drink this in the morning, though.
No?
This is strictly like a nighttime beverage for me.
This could be good.
Like if I
It
want to
could
go all
if you want to
night-
stay up all night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what the
I'm
thing
trying
is too is like people like my grandparents. You go out to dinner, they get a coffee, right?
Yeah.
They drink the whole dinner, and then they get their coffee.
At the end of the night, yeah.
This is the best way to have your cake and eat it too.
100%.
Oh, yeah,
That's
can't
literally
go wrong
what
with
it
it.
is.
Can't go wrong with it. It's a very solid beer.
So favorite beer?
Definitely the Guava Sour.
The
Guava
Guava
Sour.
Sour.
Because that is
Solid.
probably the best thing I've ever drank.
And I have to say that my favorite, to be completely honest, out of all, the Guava Sour is the greatest thing I've ever drank. Hands down, flavor-wise, everything is perfect. But I think the Sriracha,
Sriracha, yeah.
Sriracha, I think that had like, I really liked the hop snob. Because I like hops, but I kind of want to be different and say the Sriracha. I really liked the.
Oh, yeah.
I just like the flavors, and I liked how I was able to taste the difference between the one pub beer and the other pub beer. Is like you could tell that it transformed from one to another. It was really good.
Oh,
And
yeah.
your favorite is
Well, still gotta be the painted porter.
painted
All the
porter.
way.
Painted porter, and the painted porter almost. What did you like better between this and the painted porter?
Painted porter.
Painted porter,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I
No,
think the
100%.
painted porter had the coffee note.
Without any coffee.
Without any coffee, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was like if you want, it's like it was good.
It's like, I will say this: it's the first beer I've ever had where I was just like, I could drink this,
Yeah,
and I'd be okay with it.
and that was the first one we tried.
Yeah.
And right off the bat, he was like, "Huh, I could drink a beer."
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. You know, I hit the nail on the head with that one.
You did, yeah.
If
You did a
I
really
can do
good
something
job.
like that.
I'm glad
good.
that we were able to open up his mind a little bit to beers. I think
It's
that's
never
cool.
closed, but okay.
It was never closed, but you never tried. So now you had the
Not
opportunity
tried these,
to
no.
get to try something different.
It was half open.
Yes.
It was half open.
Yes. So now let's go over. You can go to Facebook.
Yep.
And you can follow them on Facebook. They're here at 1419 Village Green Drive.
Yep.
Come get your growlers. How much are the growlers?
So for the glass itself, our 32 ounce is $8 just for the glass, and our 64 ounce is $10.
Okay.
And then it all depends on what beer that
What
you want
beer
to
you're
get.
gonna get.
Right. It all depends on
Yes.
what beer you get, and then
Okay.
obviously if you come in on Monday, whatever it is, it's half price.
But you get your growler. You don't have to keep buying growlers
That's right.
every time. You just come and get it filled up.
Bring it in, rinse it out, be nice.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Don't need
Please
no
rinse it
nastiness.
out.
Don't need no nastiness.
And
Cinnamon at
also,
the
that
bottom.
destroys the flavor of the next beer that you put in
Absolutely,
it. So, and that little contraption that you got over there, you're not going to clean a growler with.
No,
it, so.
no, we have a professional food grade sanitizer that we actually use.
Oh, okay.
That we spray in every single growler before we fill it.
Before
too.
you fill it.
But if we open it
Well-
up, most of the bartenders kind of look, all right, it
Yeah.
smells okay, a little bit of sanitizer. If not, we have another cleaning solution that we use.
So then you just bang it out. Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
basically,
you actually.
I don't want to have to clean your growler. Is what
All
I'm
of
saying.
you dirty people. Did it die on me?
Died on you, yes.
Oh, but
it's
you got
okay.
yours
I
up
got
there.
Mine. That's fine.
All right. So.
3 different camera angles.
Yes, we're killing it, guys. So every growler that you purchase, you get to keep it yourself and come back and get it filled up. Again, 1419 Village Green Drive. We're here at the Side Door
Yep.
Brewery, the greatest place on the planet. It's at the corner of Crosstown and US 1, right behind the Dunkin' Donuts. And as you can see, it's a phenomenally themed bar. And you've seen a few people walk in and out and seen us have a few conversations in the meantime, and that's what makes this place so amazing is this gentleman right here, the great Rob or Wob, whatever you want to call him, Wobbert.
As Selby tells it, it's a wobble.
And you guys got to see Shelby, who is awesome,
Yeah.
a great bartender. She's
By far a
very
better bartender than me,
knowledgeable.
by a long shot.
And very creative, and just a great person, and
Yep.
her whole family is also fantastic.
Absolutely.
So come here. Any other things that you want to talk? I know you had a list of. We want to know your fact, though. I know you said you had a.
Fun fact. Okay,
fun fact.
fun fact. So, Side Door Brewing Company is kind of a play on words to the Prohibition era. Everyone went through the side door to get into like a speakeasy, things like that. It also kind of plays into one of my owner and his wife, one of their favorite places to go when they lived up in Oregon. But we opened up December 5th of 2015, which is the 82nd anniversary of the end of the Prohibition era. So it was an awesome time. It was an awesome thing to kind of have that anniversary, and that was actually a goal when we first opened up, was to open up on the end of the Prohibition, on that anniversary of the end of the Prohibition era. So it's something we credit ourselves to, and now this year will be 87 years, excuse me. It'll be 87 years.
And the thing is, too, is that you guys are doing it justice.
Oh, absolutely.
100%. Phenomenal
Yeah.
beer.
Oh, yeah.
Phenomenal people. And when they ended the Prohibition, I think
It
this was the goal, right? This is what it was
one of
about.
the greatest times in history when the Prohibition ended.
100%. And I think this is what was supposed to be achieved at the end of it, was the place that you can come in and you can meet great people. I mean, it really feels like a family.
And make best friends just from some random guy sitting next to you at the bar.
Next to you, yeah. And because when you do come in here, you feel welcomed. Like, it's not just
Absolutely.
a bar. It's like you go to the bar. This is a place that you come and, like, people care about you.
We've had quite a few people tell us they consider this the modern day Cheers, because you walk in and everybody
100%.
knows your name.
100%, yeah. I came in here one time, and the other bartender knew who I was. That's how, I mean, I know, like, I'm here to, like, do a show and all, but, like, I walked in and they're like, oh, hey, Dylan. And I was like, I've never met you before. I've only met Shelby. And there was this whole other person. And it was like, wow, this is kind of cool. This is a really cool place.
Yeah.
It drew me in.
We sent pictures to everybody, like, yo, this is Dylan.
This is the guy.
This is the guy. Like, know him.
But, no, it was really cool. And this place is awesome. And thank you for allowing us to do this.
Of course.
Thank you, Kurt. Thank you, everybody, and happy birthday to Kurt one more time.
Birthday, Kurt.
Quick birthday. He's gonna kill us for doing it again. But happy birthday! You guys want to sing happy birthday to him? Because he's gonna watch it. So should we get them to do it with us?
Yeah, go get Grammy and Poppy and Shelby.
And then he'll watch this at the end and he'll be like, ah,
you asshole.
Hey, you guys wanna? Because Kurt's not here, he doesn't know. Do you guys want to sing happy birthday to him on camera? No.
Come on, Grammy!
What a bunch of losers. They said no.
All right, well, the Cool family doesn't want to do it, so I guess we have to.
We're going to do it. All right.
As soon as producer man's ready to go.
No, it just.
You took it off because I walked away.
No, I accidentally hit that button when I was trying to get it back on.
Good? All right. Ready?
All right. Count us in.
1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, dear Kurt. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Curtis. Happy birthday to you. And a few more, many more.
Many more.
Many more.
We love you, Kurt. Thanks, man.
Appreciate it, dude.
Yes, thank you very much, dude.
Of course, hope to have you guys back here again soon. And
we will.
podcast.
Yeah, we'll do this again, and we'll try some new beers. So when you guys got, when you create the new masterpiece, we'll come back.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening to the Chocolate Smoov and
Chappsticc
podcast. Thank you very much, and tune in next week. We're talking to your mom.
What?
We're not talking to their moms?
We're not talking to their moms.
All right. George Clooney yet?
No, we're not getting him.
I'm a little disappointed about George Clooney.
Yeah. Because I thought that we were going to have George Clooney. No George Clooney, guys.
I'll try and get George.
You need to pull this off, Dakota.
I am doing the best I can.
I thought his name was Chappsticc.
All right, fine. Brad Pitt.
We'll talk.
All right,
We'll
we're
talk.
going to talk about it.
All
But
right.
probably look forward to that next weekend, most definitely. So just Brad Pitt.
Bye, guys.
See you later. Boom.
Done.
Dope.
Thank you.